All right, so from Tokyo, we're trying to. We're trying to officially start the vlog. We'll see about all that. But we got garden in the background. Church in the background. Garden in the background. Rain as well in the background, and temple. Spiritual thing on the other side. So it's just the place, I guess, to technically start it because it's the pre-recorded version of the vlog. So in essence, yeah, we'll go from there. And it wasn't intended to be a formal start, but it was meant to start in the next 2 days in essence. But again, trying to focus on the spiritual finance, sound making during the vlog, and comedy a little bit. So we're trying to blend all the things, and hopefully this is a good little intro, because it's the place really that is the representation, because it's the middle of this little thing. Was like a favorite garden place that I've had over the last month in Japan. And so yeah, but for the next, we're trying to warm up in the next couple months to more vlogging of this kind. And this is kind of like a prayer to doing it because oftentimes things don't always occur in that fashion, and the movement is trying to get the engine to work in that fashion so it follows through. But those things, all the elements plus the rain, is what kind of called upon the instance for the first little insert. Anyhow, transitioning to hopefully higher velocity, quicker intros, faster value, like sermons that have to do with spiritual finance and like little themes that relate to each, in essence, sort of transition from one vlog to another. It's like a sermon thing, so that it's in essence a self-reliant vlog with those three, backdrops as the focus for the vlog, so that there's no reliance on anyone else to be able to facilitate this situation. And then hopefully other people will can make appearances in terms of like collabs for sound, and then like other items in terms of whatnot that sound in terms of sound display and such. But we just want to add value and also develop consistent content through motion on the as much of a day-to-day basis as possible, and also combining these essences and energies of like garden. It's a lush garden behind me. You can't see it, obvious. But, and then we got a spiritual place on the other side. It's right like on the line where I'm standing. So it's growth, it's lush growth, and like a garden, it's kind of like vegetables or vegetation growing on the side of this park, which is on the side of this city, which is bustling and people all around. And then there's a temple, in essence, a spiritual place on the other side. So it's like 50-50 right on that line of those two energies, sort of syncing them in terms of nature and like spiritual finance again, which has to do with spiritual energy, which has to do with finance, which has to do with running, which runs the world, which the world runs on, obviously. And then one thing beyond that is philanthropic energy, which is sort of the backdrop for demand, which drives business energy and monetary energy at the end of it all, because it's like demand speaks to things that are problems that are meant to be solved, that are being solved in essence. So this is the little backdrop, almost like an actual vlog, almost it could be counted as, because we're at 4 minutes now. Crazy how time flies when you start turning on the record button. Anyway, I'll try to do it backwards and do a little intro song at the end as opposed to the beginning. It's the dinky tack to show, hey, yeah. Sort of like a little cartoony, old school, joopity joop type of introduction at the end. Anyway, backwards, front end, back end format for an initial-ish type of an vlog, because this kind of a takeoff pilot situation, test and and not facilitate scenario with the energy within me has occurred in the past. So we're hoping to push it forward by pushing this instance and moment and connection of these two sort of energies and spaces within a greater space together for this initial encounter. All right, thanks again to Tech. Peace.